Title: My dad tried to force me to take my spoiled stepsister on my graduation trip, and it destroyed our relationship. Hi everyone, I 17F, just graduated high school, and my friends and I had been planning a cabin trip for the summer before college. I've been babysitting since I was 13, so I had saved up quite a bit of money to pay for my share of it. For some context, when I was 15, my dad remarried about a year and a half after my mom passed away. His new wife, Karen, has a daughter, Ella, now 13. From the very beginning, they've tried to make us bond by forcing me to include Ella in everything. The problem is, Ella is spoiled rotten. She throws tantrums whenever she doesn't get her way, and her mom always gives in. On my 16th birthday, Karen even got her own cake, so she wouldn't feel left out. She blew out the candles on my cake, and when I got upset, my dad told me to grow up because sisters share things. I told him I didn't have a sister, and Ella overheard. She screamed, cried, and ruined the rest of the party. Ever since then, I've kept my distance. But that didn't stop them from forcing me to watch her whenever they didn't feel like dealing with her. If I went out, I had to take her. If I couldn't, I had to stay home. One time, I took her bowling with me because I was forced to, and she kept trying to stick her hands in the ball return and run down the lane. I ended up having to take her home early, ruining my night. This became a pattern, and no matter how much I complained, my dad and Karen brushed it off. The cabin trip situation: when my friends and I started finalizing our plans for the cabin trip, I tried to keep it quiet at home. But one night, while I was on the phone in my room, Ella snuck in and hid in my closet to eavesdrop. When she heard about the trip, she burst out asking if she could come. I told her no, and to get out. She threw a tantrum and ran downstairs crying. A few minutes later, my dad called me down. He asked if I could take Ella because she could use a vacation. I told him absolutely not, that they could take her on their own trip if they wanted, but I wasn't babysitting for 3 weeks. Karen then jumped in, calling me selfish and saying that since my dad was paying for part of my trip, Ella should be allowed to come.